Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the 27th Annual Distinguished Performance Awards and Service Recognition Ceremony. I'm Rebecca Oliver. I have the pleasure of serving as Staff Senate President for the 2020-2021 academic year. On behalf of Staff Senate, I welcome everyone today. Ultimately, today is a celebration of our staff and your accomplishments at A-State. But this year, that has been something a little extra, as we all know. So there are many recognitions today, including years of service, retirees, and of course, all of the Distinguished Performance Awards. So here to welcome you this afternoon is our Chancellor, Dr. Kelly Damphousse.
Thank you, Rebecca, and thank you all for being here. It has been an exciting time for us now as we're starting to get back to normal. And even though we're kind of half virtual and half in person, and you all are still wearing masks and following by our guidelines, we're slowly getting back to where we were. And as we do that, it helps us recognize how much we've done this past year and how different and how difficult it was to do what we did. And I think sometimes staff members are not acknowledged as much as they should be for all the things that we did, because they're not always front-facing. The efforts that our staff members do are oftentimes behind the scenes and are not really visible. This gives us a chance today to acknowledge publicly what they've done. We've had a interesting time in the past year and a half. This award ceremony, for example, was held virtually last year, and it was held in September because we couldn't do it at the time that we wanted to do it. We've learned words like unprecedented, which if I had never hear unprecedented again, that'll be fine. We've learned how to use Zoom and are very familiar with you're muted, can't hear you, is my mic working, can you see what I'm sharing now, those kinds of things. But those are skills I hope will be transferable, as well as really the flexibility that you all have shown has been tremendous. Go back to that one word, unprecedented, and I'm reminded that really what we're facing has been precedented before. This university faced significant challenges during the lead up to World War II and during World War II on enrollment. Tremendous challenges were faced by our university then. Even before that, January 1930, our main classroom administration building burned to the ground, and that was leading up right to the spring semester, and VCKs wisely found a place for them to teach in the dairy barn. And so they taught classes in the dairy barn while they built Wilson Hall. And it reminds me that there is a resiliency and a grit of the people of Arkansas and the people who served Arkansas State University that predates who we are, but was really exhibited this past year. And I'm really proud of what our staff, our faculty and students did, but especially the hard work of our staff to make sure that we were safe, to prepare the campus for everyone's return last fall, and to continue leading and not just surviving, but helping us all thrive at this university. So thank you for all you've done. I can't wait to recognize our recognizees today, our awardees, and I'm grateful for your service to our university. Thank you.
I would like to also introduce a couple of extra special people who have done yeoman's work this year. Both Ms. Beth Robeson and Ms. Alyssa Wells, who have chaired the Distinguished Performance Awards Committee and who have put together all of this today. Thank you both very, very much for your service as well. Alyssa.
Thank you, Rebecca and Dr. Damphousse. At this time, we'd like to recognize employees and their milestone years of continuous service at A-State. So whenever I call your name, feel free to come up and receive your certificate. For recognition of 10 years of service, Julie Bates from the System Office. Norma Bell from Facilities Management. Shelby Bevley, there we go, from Financial Aid and Scholarships. Jesse Blankenship from the Registrar's Office. I know this is a busy time for people. Chris Boothman from A-State Operations. On behalf of the Global Initiatives, or Global Engagement and Outreach and Enrollment Management Units, I wish to extend my congratulations to Chris Boothman for his years of service to A-State. This recognition appropriately reflects the endless, and I do mean endless, hours that he has spent not only in his role of overseeing online programs, but also through all of the other roles and projects that he's been assigned to. Chris goes above and beyond and has worked hard for this accomplishment through his current role and his past roles. I speak for the whole team when I say we truly appreciate your dedication. It's from Dr. Tilasiva Kumaran. Next is Michael Stephen Bradley from Information and Technology Services. Carol Ann Caldwell from the Counseling Center. Marcia Mays Carwell from Alumni Relations. Marcia has helped to significantly grow the alumni membership program since she started working in the alumni office. Prior to her time in alumni, she worked as a development officer. Her name is Marcia, but her friends like to call her Martha. Carol Elizabeth Cummings from Intramurals. Carrie Lynn Estes from A-State Online. Stephen Wayne Franks from Printing Services. Mark Allen Fryer from Information and Technology Services. Mark Fryer is very knowledgeable in his area of expertise, famous, our facilities management software. Mark is always willing to help end users. He has successfully worked through several large transitions in IT, including moving Famous from our data center to the cloud, working with Oracle and several other vendors with minimal supervision. We're very lucky to have Mark on our team. Gregory George from Facilities Management. Gregory is first and foremost entertaining. If you work around him, you would know that you will always be laughing. He's always willing to jump in and help wherever he knows there's a need. Gregory is dependable, able to work with anyone, and he's very knowledgeable in his trade and always willing to learn while on the job. He has a phrase he uses frequently that I think we should all use more often. When asked to help out, we all play for the same team. Laura Gibson from A-State Online. Laura Gibson has served in various roles in the A-State Online department over the last 10 years. Laura's dedicated approach to student success has played an integral role in supporting online students over the last decade. While transitioning from her position in the registration area to academic advising, Laura has always shown a willingness to help coworkers, emphasizing her desire to be part of an effective team. She's continued to support a growing population of online students in academic advising area, and it's a credit to her work ethic that she's always showing a dedication to ensure students stay on track to graduation in a timely manner. Stephanie Gibson from the Registrar's Office. Stephanie is a conscientious employee who works to help transfer students achieve their goals, all while she takes classes to achieve her goal. Stephanie is an asset to the Registrar's Office and to the ASU Jonesboro campus. Ronnie Kevin Gilly from Environmental Health and Safety. Keith Gilliam from University Police. Vicki Gilmer from Political Science. Edward Glenn Hath from Facilities Management. Melissa Janae Halter from Childhood Services. Rodney Shea Harris from Arkansas Biosciences Institute. Congratulations to Shay for being recognized for reaching this milestone. Thanks to Shay, thousands of K-12 students have visited the Arkansas Biosciences Institute and have been enriched in STEM education as a result. Shay is one of the nicest and easiest people to work with that you could ever encounter. We're very lucky to have Shay on this team. Thank you for your service. Alexis Hurdle from Student Development and Leadership. Alexis is an outstanding team member. She's up to date on the latest student trends, empathetic to our student needs, and encouraging to students and peers. Alexis is a true asset for student affairs. Christina Kostick from Financial Aid and Scholarships. Christina is dependable, knowledgeable, and has the willingness to do whatever it takes to meet the needs of our students. She always provides excellent service to our students and to faculty and staff as well. She's willing to learn new duties, always volunteers for additional responsibilities, and can be counted on to do things right the first time. She's one of the leaders in the office, and with her knowledge of financial aid, provides guidance to the staff on many issues that they need to handle on a daily basis. Whitney Lumpkin from Sponsored Programs and Accounting. Whitney is truly such a valuable part of the university. She's grown from a student worker in Sponsored Programs Accounting to the director of the department. I greatly rely on her expertise and experience in grant accounting. She's always concerned that the university complies with federal and state regulations. Although Whitney sometimes has to tell people no, she does this politely. I've known Whitney for many years and look forward to working with her for many more. Tiffany Mosley from Professional Education Programs. Tiffany demonstrates a high level of performance. She's creative and displays impeccable skills in technology. Tiffany may work hard, but she appreciates an opportunity to engage in comic relief. However, once she starts laughing, she'll literally laugh so hard that she starts crying. Tiffany Mosley is a giver and asks for nothing in return. Congratulations on your continued service. Anita Murray from Communication. Anita and I began working together for nearly 5 years, and she's been my right-hand woman. I rely on her business sense, administrative ability, and frankly, her strong common sense to help complete the business of our department, which is busy and lively. Anita is one of those people who anticipates what needs to be done and does it. We work together well, and she helps keep me in order. I look forward to many more years working with Anita to keep our department moving forward. Catherine Prescott from General Counsel. Violetta Simic from Facilities Management. Connie Jean Zolan from Procurement. Okay. And now to recognition of 20 years of service, Eric Barnett from Information and Technology Services, Jamie Carmack from the Registrar's Office, Diana Corson from Childhood Services, Loretta Fulton from Information and Technology Services, Gina Goodwin from Information and Technology Services, Woody Sue Hurling from Childhood Services, it's nearly impossible to capture the spirit of Miss Woody Sue Hurling in brief remarks. Personally and professionally, her accomplishments and experiences are vast and diverse. The relationships she cultivates with others, her commitment to excellent work, her attention to detail, and the integrity with which she lives are evident to anyone who knows her. She's spent the past 2 decades coordinating the out-of-school time projects at Childhood Services. If you've crossed her path, you likely made a friend, whether you set out to do that or not. To know and work with her is a privilege. We want to recognize you for your constant dedication, your exemplary professionalism, and of course, your amazing fashion. We appreciate you. David Clay Hearn from Printing Services, Randall Knowles from Athletic Administration, Gerard Lockhart from Student Support Services, Laura Miller from Small Business and Technology Development Center, Laura's service as director of the Arkansas Small Business Technology and Development Center has been exceptional. Her leadership has created a significant impact on the business community in our region. Under Laura's direction, the SBTDC has assisted new business startups, helped small businesses raise millions of dollars in new capital, and create new employment opportunities for rural residents. Laura and the rest of the Small Business Technology and Development Center staff play a crucial role in supporting small business growth in our local economy. Sharon Rye from Information and Technology Services, Felicia Smith from University Police, Mia Shepard-Taylor from Facilities Management. All right. And to 30 years of service, our first is Melissa Davis from the D&B Ellis Library. Melissa is the backbone of archives and special collections. She's been with the department since its creation, and anyone who has ever needed help from archives can attest to her dedication, customer service, and her willingness to go the extra mile. She's a key part of what makes the library great. Charles Russ Hanna from Finance and Administration, Jennifer Jasinski from Enterprise Risk Management, Pam Kale from the Office of the President, Philip Ladd from Facilities Management, Philip graduated from Arkansas State University in 1992 with a bachelor's in Computer Information Science Systems. He started working with the ITS department as the night lab manager in 1991 and continued with ITS until 2012 when he transferred to the Planning and Design Construction Office and Facilities as a project manager. During his time in the PDC department, Philip has worked on the Student Activity Center, soccer, tennis facility, sorority row, honors 4, Centennial Tower, Welcome Center, the new Wingate 3D Art Studio, and countless small projects. Philip has also served as Staff Senate Vice President and President from 2011 through 2013. And in recognition, oops, I forgot that those were on the same. Okay. Recognition for 40 years of service is Sharon Lee from Diversity and Community Engagement. Sharon has been with A-State for 40 years. Sharon remains a great student advocate. Her compassion for working with our students is a daily exhibition of the student comes first mantra. Her demeanor makes her an easy person to work with every day. Her disposition is always the same, joyful, even-tempered, concerned with everyone around her, and loyal to a fault to A-State. She remains an asset to A-State and our operation within the Division of Diversity and Community Engagement. So let's take a moment and congratulate all of these people for their individual years of service.
All right, next we will be recognizing all of the individuals who have or will be retiring during the 2021 and 2020 fiscal year. These individuals have served A-State in many capacities and for many years. Within this group of retirees, there's over 221 years of combined service to this university. It's a lot. They have been an asset to this university and will truly be missed. All right, I'm going to read their names, and if you're here, please come up. Bobby Burton from Facilities Management. Jim Carter, Childhood Services. Ina Lee Cohn of Childhood Services. Ms. Lee was a driven, organized teacher who developed trusting relationships with her students and their parents. She had a wonderful rapport with children, parents, coworkers, and supervisors. Her ability to connect with her students and her talent for teaching was truly superior. Ms. Lee was devoted to developing her skills as a teacher and embraced any opportunity for professional development. Jeannie Cossey, Academic Affairs and Research. Timmy Davis, Facilities Management. Sherry Ellis, College of Agriculture. Karen Fullen, Social Work. Deborah Holmberg, Nursing. Jennifer Jasinski, Enterprise Risk Management. Carol Mosley, Childhood Services. I think all these retirees are off having too much fun to come to this today. Barbara Pearson, Fowler Center. Jacqueline Rorex, Institutional Effectiveness. Regina Wingo, Childhood Services. Well, I want to congratulate all of the retirees on reaching retirement, whether you're here with us today or you're off having fun enjoying your life. And now I'll turn the podium over to Rebecca Oliver, who will be presenting our next set of awards, the Distinguished Performance Award winners.
The Distinguished Performance Awards are given each year to individuals who have far exceeded expectations in their profession. The categories are Rookie of the Year, Unsung Hero, the Star Award, Enhancing the Student Experience, Outstanding Part-Time, and Team Player. There were 59 different individuals or groups nominated this year. Because of the quality and quantity of the nominations, it was difficult to limit to just one per category. All of the individuals nominated were highly qualified and very deserving. The Rookie of the Year, J. Kerr Lockhart. J. Kerr works in diversity and community engagement. J. Kerr began at A-State in July of 2019 and has been a great asset to the Division of Diversity and Community Engagement. Currently serving as an administrative specialist in the division, J. Kerr is tasked with serving as the first point of contact for the division, tracking expenses, managing division budget, welcoming students, planning programs, and other duties as assigned. We all love that category. J. Kerr often completes assignments prior to any designated due dates, asks questions to ensure effective communication, and takes initiative. For example, J. Kerr was assigned to assist the division effort to create a diversity training series. While this task was almost set to the side when division transitions occurred, J. Kerr ensured that the division moved forward with the task. He moved from a committee member to co-lead on the project. In this role, he completed research, ensured files were organized, and communicated with countless campus partners. This is just one example of how J. Kerr completes tasks above and beyond the call of duty. He also takes time to research and find best practices for any division project so that they can represent themselves as best possible. His attention is not how quickly he can get things done, but how he can get things done with quality. His impact on the department has been organization and attention to detail, among other things. For example, he set a system and ensured that all critical division functions were happening. He also has an obvious connection with students, as this can be seen in his weekly interactions with students across the division. Students often chat with him about classes, student organizations, and life in general. While he could sit behind his desk all day, he gets out and interacts with students. Using this approach, he has become another resource for students to be successful while at A-State. Congratulations, J. Kerr. The unsung hero this year is Miss Laura Cremines from Enrollment Management. Laura has served the university for over 30 years. In the midst of the pandemic, she transitioned to a new office and changed job duties from what she'd been doing for 30 plus years. While it had been a challenge, she took it in stride and shown resiliency like no other. Laura goes above and beyond for everyone she encounters, whether they realize it or not. When she moved to admissions, she noticed that inventory wasn't organized as well as it could be, and she took that upon herself to reorganize the entire suite so that it worked for everyone in their respective roles. And her nominator said, "Believe me when I say it, that was not a simple task and took many weeks to accomplish." She's also a budgetary specialist. She works behind the scenes. She's the person in the meetings who's taking the notes to send to everyone later, not the one in the front commanding the room or getting the praise. She's the one ensuring that all of the supplies get ordered, not the one being recognized during a recruiting event. The great thing about Laura is that she's okay with being behind the scenes as long as she is helping others. She does not get the recognition she deserves, said her nominator, but while she's okay with that, I, the nominator, think it's time that others know how great Laura is. She's the definition of an unsung hero, and the admissions office is incredibly grateful for her attitude and can-do spirit. Congratulations, Laura. The Star Award, Miss Kathleen Ruth. The Star Award stands for service, teamwork, attitude, and reliability. And many of us know that Kathleen works in military science. She has been an invaluable asset to the program for the past 12 years. She's a consummate professional who's not afraid of hard work. She served as a wife of an officer in the U.S. Navy during his 20-year career. And as a military strategist, said her nominator, "I understand the demands on a military family, especially an officer's wife. I can guarantee you that her husband was not the only serving member in that household. From that environment, she brought every bit of that professionalism to this job." Kathleen has been employed by the university for many years, but another nominator said, "I've worked with her 2 years thus far. During my time working with her, she has written, supervised, and fulfilled dozens of Army contracts, coordinated campus housing for 30 to 50 students per semester, maintained calendar and event updates, and supported multiple field exercises, military balls, and award ceremonies, ensuring success at every turn. She has been our detail quality assurance teammate from contracts to scholarships, and she has even ensured near perfection for 5 commissioning ceremonies for 32 plus graduating second lieutenants during my tenure. Another nominator said, Kathleen Ruth is someone who cares about her students, from looking over their academic schedule, making sure they're not taking on too much, to making sure they know every detail about their ROTC contract, depending upon the direction they choose to go. The cadets go to her on a regular basis, seeking her many years of knowledge in the program, as well as having been an officer's wife for over 20 years of active duty. Kathleen genuinely cares about these future officers and always has their door open whenever they need advice or just someone to talk to. We are all grateful for how meticulous Kathleen is in her job, but especially our students. She truly deserves the Star Award because no one shines any brighter. Congratulations, Kathleen. The Enhancing the Student Experience Award, Ms. Jennifer Salo, who works in the College of Liberal Arts and Communication. Jennifer Salo always puts students first, whether it is in her role as an academic advisor for CLAC students or as a mentor to students applying for national and international competitive fellowships and scholarships. Jennifer is dedicated to enhancing the student experience. It is her role as coordinator for competitive fellowships and scholarships that her nominator focused on. Jennifer's tutelage of both undergraduate and graduate students has resulted in numerous students being awarded Fulbright grants from the U.S. State Department, Gilman International Scholarships, Truman Scholar, Goldwater Scholar, and many other grants, scholarships, and special opportunities. Just in the last month, the nominator wrote that a student had been named a Goldwater Scholar and additional students were being awarded a Fulbright grant. This was the 5th consecutive year that A-State has had Fulbright recipients, and it is all due to the countless hours that Jennifer puts in with the applicants each year. She is often working on evenings and weekends to help students edit their essays and polish their applications. Her attention to detail and ability to help students write effective and heartfelt applications is so appreciated by the students that she works with. Jennifer makes a real connection and builds a relationship with each student who applies for a competitive fellowship or scholarship. Honestly, it is not her so secret tool to help students be a competitive applicant. She gets to know who a student is deep down, often learning sensitive personal information about their life. Then she helps them craft that into amazing personal statements and life testimonies. Even when a student does not win a scholarship or fellowship, they've grown as a person because she gave them a safe space to examine their life's challenges and opportunities. Jennifer truly goes above and beyond, and the nominator said, I hope she's selected for the Enhancing the Student Experience Award. Congratulations, Jennifer. The Outstanding Part-Time Award goes to Mr. Jordan Carmer from Access and Accommodation Services. Jordan is an outstanding part-time worker who goes above and beyond the call of duty on a regular basis. He facilitates the proctoring of exams for any student registered with their office, and it requires him to communicate with faculty on a regular basis to retrieve exams, make sure the appropriate accommodations are in place, and facilitate the returning of the exam as well. This job might seem straightforward, but there are many things that happen in between the taking and returning of an exam that Jordan handles flawlessly. There have been other times where full-time staff members have had to step in and assist, and although we're more than willing, because Jordan just gets it done, it's tough for other folks because Jordan just has it all down. In his role as testing coordinator, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, they had to implement virtual proctoring, which is something they'd not done previously. Jordan knew we needed to implement this, figured out what it would take it to make it happen, what it should look like, and simply got it set up. He has gone on to train other staff members in offices how to proctor exams virtually. Beyond his duty as testing coordinator, he's also taken on the role of assisting with facilitating note-taking accommodations offered to many students in access and accommodation services. Jordan also took on the responsibility of applying for a mini assessment grant given through the assessment office to conduct research on how to enhance the office's note-taking program. The nominator said, "I could go on and on about the many things that he does to enhance access and accommodation program, but I think all of the above gives you a look at why Jordan is a valuable part-time employee." Congratulations, Jordan. The Team Player Award goes to Miss Angela Gibson, who works in payroll services. Angela always goes above and beyond in the payroll department. Anytime she can help out any of her coworkers in payroll, HR, or across campus, she's always quick to do so. If she ever has any downtime, she always asks if anyone needs help with anything. If someone has a project that they're working on, even if it has nothing to do with her, she's happy to help out. She never asks for any recognition or even tells others that she's helping out, other than her supervisor, on projects that are not within her normal job duties. Congratulations, Angela. The Team Achievement Award. For the Team Achievement Award this year, there were several nominations from teams across campus, each of which exhibited outstanding performance this past year. Therefore, the Distinguished Performance Awards Committee made the decision to honor multiple teams under one broader umbrella. We would ask that the representatives for the Team Achievement Award, who are presented to all essential personnel in custodial services, facilities management, Sodexo, university housing, and university police, come forward. Each of these teams serves the university in different ways, but their tremendous efforts this past year helped keep A-State safe and operating smoothly. Each team will be able to display the traveling trophy in their areas throughout the upcoming year. A few things to say about each of the units that were nominated. Facilities Management and Custodial Services has worked tirelessly behind the scenes from the time COVID essentially closed the campus in March of 20 through the challenges of return to learn in the summer of 2020, ensuring that campus buildings, environmental health throughout the fall and spring semesters, the uber-historic winter storms of February 21, and the future efforts of the return to normal in summer 21. Several facilities management staff and 2 facilities management departments, landscape services and custodial services, never seemed to cease work during this period of time. All facilities management departments had key and extremely important roles for ensuring that campus would be safe, that we would put forward safety, health, and solid operations. Custodial services continuously disinfected interior spaces. Building services arranged public and learning spaces and ensured proper building ventilation. Landscape services operating under extreme conditions with limited staffing. Business services sourcing and managing COVID-related supplies. And general FM support units working behind the scenes. All of the facilities management staff and custodial staff are so deserving of this recognition in honor of these efforts. Congratulations to Facilities Management and Custodial Services. University Police Department. During Phase 1 and Phase 2 of the COVID epidemic last year, a large number of UPD and other departmental individuals stepped up to keep up the property and equipment safe and secure while everyone else was working remotely. This put a large amount of responsibility on a small number of individuals. A nominator said, "I doubt an accurate or complete list of individuals with UPD and other units on campus could be compiled, but they know who they are and we should recognize them." Congratulations to UPD. Sodexo. Their staff has gone above and beyond in making sure that protocols were followed to ensure students had the brain fuel needed to succeed academically throughout the pandemic. This was for students eating in the variety of food locations on campus, but also the food that was prepared and delivered to students on campus who were quarantined and isolated. Thank you, Sodexo. And last, but certainly not least, university housing. Through the pandemic, housing has worked hard to create a safe, interactive environment for students. There have been so many unknowns and obstacles, yet university housing has continued to excel. They've made changes and improvements to continue to meet the needs of students. Also, they've done an amazing job collaborating with other areas of the university in the midst of all this. One example is their continued collaboration with the Leadership Center, which I have witnessed, said the nominator. Congratulations to University Housing. One more round of applause for all of our Distinguished Performance awardees.
The Staff Senate thanks each of you for joining us at our ceremony today. We appreciate all of you. Thank you to all the Distinguished Performance Award winners. Your efforts make this university the best that it can be. You're definitely to be congratulated. The Staff Senate is made up of 33 senators, each representing their respective area. The Staff Senate provides a forum for all staff members to participate in matters that benefit the university. As Vice President of this organization, I'm proud to work with each of you. This year, we've been fortunate to have such a dedicated advocate and president in Rebecca Oliver. She takes initiative for her fellow employees and the university at every opportunity. Over the past year, staff have had the opportunity to participate in and even lead the conversation about institutional morale and responsibility related to the COVID-19 pandemic. This is due in large part to Rebecca's efforts. I, for one, am really grateful for your dynamic leadership this year. And with that, on behalf of the Staff Senate and the Distinguished Performance Awards Committee, I'd like to present Rebecca with this in appreciation of your dedicated service and outstanding leadership. And with that, on behalf of Staff Senate, I thank you all for joining us today.